Hi there people, I decided to make another video of me playing Fennec Elves. It's the faction I've been playing lately, so I decided to make another video. This is another friendly match with Sip. Me as the Fennec Elves, he as the Skypear Avians. So yeah, this is a matchup I need to be on defensive. Actually, Fennec Elves actually need to be on defensive on most matchups. And generally in the matchup, what decides who needs to be on defensive is the faction with the worst range game. This is something a lot of people don't value enough. It's just how important it is to have a strong range game to force the other to come, because you have certain advantage when you are in the defensive. And Fennec Elves doesn't have good range. The archer doesn't stand well in range wars. And yeah, you have some tools when in general you want to be attacking. And Malaria right now with the new buff is actually very good against gates, so yeah, I'm okay with being the attacker. So I try to, obviously this is mostly to not get 1 damage, and otherwise I would just not get their trade. I don't think it's the best trade there, but obviously if I did hit the Sage, I'm fine. If I decide to not advance the Warden, I'm not sure. I think I should in general put the Warden there. I think that's the better play. I decide not to, but I think it's a mistake, because otherwise when I put it here, it threats blocking the gate, which I want to do. My logic to not advancing the Guardian was that I'm threatening the gate with Maldaria, and I'm fine with that. But I think moving it forward gives me some more range, and still Force, if he wants to attack summon a Sentinel, still needs to move it forward. So I don't know, I'm not sure which is better, but I'm not going to get into that. I decide it's time to not advance the Warden. And I discard very aggressively. I think I'm sad that the replay doesn't show it well. But I decide to discard the whole hand. I usually try early game to the first 3 turns of the game to discard like 5, 6, 7 cards. Unless I really need them, because it gives me more room to do the plays I want. Unless it's something very important for the matchup. Or something I think I'm going to need on the hit back. I decide to discard, and I decide to drop the whole hand here. The new hand is fine, contains some units, which is all I really want. And also a gate, which is important because it allows me to advance and then place a gate. But now it's the turn of Ava. And I've decided to do, this is a very classic opening for Ava, just go kind of defensive. And because it has the advantage of range, just decide to just force me to go, and this gate here is mostly to have a safe place to summon units. And because you have the superior range game, you want to have the open lanes, so trying to put the gate in the middle of things is not the best. The problem is this isn't good for counter-attacking my push with Malaria, so I'm not sure about that. I'm fine with it. I will have in mind that I'm just learning the game, so a lot of the things I mention is my current opinion of the plays, but I'm not sure really what's the best approach in most scenarios. So I decided to attack with the Guardian there, mostly because it's the only thing I can really attack. The base is not worth it if you can't trigger Willfire in general. So I'm fine with this. Obviously I'm going to attack the Sage to not trigger inevitability, though I will attack with Malaria at the gate and then protect. And I'm fine with that. I think that's a good line. Warden to protect one side, gate in the other. I'm super fine with this. I go 4 for 4 here. It's not very important actually, but I mean, it's welcome. And I play the Flare. This is not the best Flare, like it's not that important at this point. I'm well protected. I don't mind doing the hit back. Or early game I want to get my hand flowing, so it's either play it or discard it, and I think discard it is actually play it is actually better here, because it's not going to have good targets, and it's great. A diver here. I don't know, probably he didn't have good units options, but it's not bad, especially the first one. The second one is a lot worse. But decide to attack to try to get through the Flare. Like for me, it misses a lot. Yeah, this is my plan here. I think it is point strategic path for this game settled. I managed to put a decent stronghold at this position, and I think personally that Malaria has the advantage here. Once I can play at melee range kind of, because I can have beasts, I have a Vanessa, Guardians, Malaria, Burns. So I'm actually happy with the situation. Let's see how it goes. I do burn this. Using burns to eliminate the units is a great use for it. I'm not sure about this one. One option I had is to try to just push this area and put some units around here and Malaria more safe. And the other was what I did here. Just push pressure Ava. I think both are fine, but I'm not sure which one is better. I have another flare, so I don't know. I wanted to put some pressure on Ava. Sadly, I only hit for one, but yeah, I'm not sure what's the best play there. It's the same. This flare is more important because now the Warden has only 2 lives, so he can attack and then get the damage through. But still, the reason I play it is because I'm still really, I want to get my hand flow. I don't have enough magic, and I want to try to get one champ out. So I play more. I do discard Vanessa because, yeah, I think Holias is fine, and I think I can check and replay the deck because crash at the game, but yeah, I think I have the fight break if I need, but I don't think so. I think Holias is going to be my champ. I think that's all I need. I think it's a good champ for this match because Ember Mages are good, and Ember Mage plus Holias is pretty good. Yeah, it allows me to push the offensive even if I have to retreat Malaria. So here comes Steward, another Steward. And this is fine, trying to still do damage. I mean, you still can do damage against the Blade. Playing defensive is not going to do any good because I'm on his territory already. And I'm lucky that the Guardian doesn't die. And now is my chance to keep pushing to bring Holias and Ember Mage and try to mostly win through that. Holias plus Ember Mages plus Wildfire, Beast is actually very good. And I'm mostly trying to not get hit very hard by Malaria. So good miss for me there. He could take the Ember Mage but failed. And now this is a powerful thing with the Ember Mages, especially in defensive, that there are so many points for the beasts and can do a lot of damage. And now with Holias and Ember Mage Beast, I am where I want to be with Holias, just pushing with a lot of Ember Mages and Beasts to buff. But my only concern is this is very easy to get like trapped and surrounded and put a lot of damage on Malaria. So that's my only concern here. I'm not trying to move my units optimally. Like, see, here I decide to not get one attack. Only 2 attacks. I mean, yes, the gate, but that's not relevant. But I decide to mostly be concerned about protecting Malaria. I want to be poked. Because I feel, and maybe I'm wrong here, that if we in this position, I think I'm going to outvalue Ava as long as Malaria doesn't get enough damage. Soon I'm going to be proven slightly wrong, I think. Yeah, I think that's what happened. And I think here I do a mistake. You will see now what I mean. I attack the gate. And I think the play here was to bring the beast to save it from Cyrock. Right, but now it's exposed. I mean, if the Ember Mage is here, well, what's the trouble? Right? I mean, honestly, the reason was I didn't want the other 2 divers to dive in for the Ember Mage, which is bad, but it's not that bad. I was protecting the Ember Mage from divers, which only tuned in the deck at most, maybe not even, because some got discarded. So I think this was a mistake by me. Instead I had to bring the beast. Now the Cyrock doesn't have good targets. And actually also protecting Holias, so I think this was awful. The Sage is mostly right here to bring Cyrock. And now I get punished. My beast opened there. Except I get super lucky and Sarok assisted by Ava that can kill beast. That's brutal for him. Yeah, and now more extra punish by just getting the side locked. Well, because my beast survived, it wasn't a total disaster, and now I can just summon beast. And now actually I'm going to do something I like quite a bit. Which is start retreating. Very much like before, I decide for Holias. I don't know if this is correct. Maybe this was too defensive, losing the advantage of 4 damage by Pandaria when she's full life. But I was thinking, yeah, my advantage here is too big. Especially after that brutal miss with the beast. So I decide to just play more defensive, let Holias lead and reserve Pandaria for the late game. But maybe that's a mistake. I'm not sure about that. The beast miss. That's pretty brutal too. There's a diver. And now, yeah, that beast was going to die. I mean, his job was to kill Cyrok, and it accomplished. If he didn't kill Cyrok, the game could go bad, very bad. So, but lucky for me, it worked. And now, as you see, that was my plan. Holias leading the way. Pandaria now helping because I think I can keep her safe enough. I don't know about that retreat with the Holias here, because now I can't, I don't know, like do archer, beast, etc. But I don't know, I just wanted to protect Wild Pandaria, and I decided it was the only way, but maybe there was better ways. And now a steward does a very good hit for 3. And at this point I get in a problem. I'm running out of material in the deck, and I'm running out of magic, and I need to kill units to get the magic to cast them, which is something you get in the late game. So I instead of focusing Ava, I want to kill the units so I can bring more units. Because Ava, if I reach Ava to low health, she will fly away, and it's not like I have tricks to kill her, so I prefer to just get the magic from the units. Pandaria in general needs to win the echo game. You can't really threaten enemy not much. I want to take this game because I want the magic. And see, I know I only have 2 attacks, which is sad. So yeah, I think maybe it was a mistake to retreat with Holias. Holias die. Very good shot there. And now suddenly a game I was very confident I was winning is I'm starting to get away from me. And one of the reason is I don't have the magic for this units, and I mean I don't like, I can burn much things. So I don't know. There are so many options here. I was very worried. Maybe I had to burn this gate. I don't know. Yeah, I had to spend all the attacks here, but it's not a big problem because the Ember Mage otherwise would attack the gate. And suddenly I'm starting to lose the game because not running aggressive. Maybe I had to discard something. I need to be able to attack 3 times. When you're at melee, you need to be able to do 3 attacks per turn. Several times I did not. And I think that was just a way for me losing away from the game. I decided here to use Phoenix to be able to kill those 2 units. And yeah, suddenly I don't feel ahead anymore. I mean, if he has 3 good cards here, it's going to be very hard to come back. And here I think I did the first mistake. Still, with Pandaria in a bad position, I think I need to put the archer on the back or something to protect it, because otherwise I can't get 3 attacks, and I think that's very important. So I think it's a mistake. Yeah, for sure, he can hit for a lot, but especially if he has some cards, but at this point I need more units, so yeah. I think this was another small mistake. And he lose the archer. Lucky for me it misses there. That was very important miss for me. Gonna get only hit for 2. And now the archer finish this off. Sentinel. At this point it's pretty much trade. There isn't much to say. And now I do it with less life than before. Yeah, I think this was important. But I had to do it before. I wasn't sure what he had, but at this point, if he has units to kill me, so be it. I mean, I'm losing the game. So if he has some, like a sentinel, tough luck. But lucky for me, nothing comes out. It's just a gate, so it's only 1 card, and I don't think it's a unit. So I'm pretty happy at this point. And I think I can win now because of that. Especially, I need to miss this gate, and I don't miss the gate. And now he has, he showed me the event. He has opportunity to kill me, which is bad for me, but lucky for me, it misses, and now I finish with an archer. So that's the game, and yeah.